Welcome to another episode of Fresh Off the Set. I'm Kari Hawker-Diaz.
And I'm Brooke Mangum, and please don't edit out that sigh that Kari did right before we started this. That's all I needed is that.
I just can't believe we're wrapping up. Like, we're at the end of the year.
I know, when that sigh, if we just isolate that, I think that encapsulates 2025.
Yeah.
And what a crazy, chaotic, beautiful, just crazy year.
Yeah, it's been so wild. And I mean, we made it through. If you're listening here with us, we
Close.
get
We
like
got a
good
few more
job.
weeks.
We do, yes. But it's like, I was thinking back on, so we celebrated on Fresh Living 15 years for the show, for our anniversary, which was such a milestone.
Yeah, we can almost drive.
Yeah.
Close.
Close.
We got our learner's permit.
Close,
like,
we did.
We're thinking about it.
Yeah. And then you and I have been on the show 8 of those 15 years.
We've been on for more than half of the time. Because I don't know about you, Kari, but like I always still feel like a new kid, right? Because it like when we both started right around the same time, and it was like the show had already existed for a while, and there was so much change, and all of a sudden it was like, okay, you guys are on. Mm-hmm. And I still always walk in being like, okay, I can do this. We got this.
Yeah.
And like wanting it to just to do the best you possibly can. And now I look back in like 8 years, I'm like, not much has changed. I should be a lot better at this. But
we try really hard. We promise you.
We do. And our goal is always to let you not see the chaos behind the scenes, everything that's going on. But that's what we're doing today is we're doing a little just an unpack of the year, things about to discuss going forward. And it's funny you mentioned the anniversary show, Kari, because that was kind of like my first question that I brought. I'm calling this Rewind and Regret.
Ooh, I love it. Here we go.
Looking back at this past year, what were some of the biggest moments on the show and what stood out to you personally? And it was the anniversary show for me when I saw that.
Too.
That we've been on this show for half of the show's existence.
Like that's, I don't know, time just, like you just put one foot in front of the other like we all do in life, you know, and then you pause for a moment and you reflect and wonder how 8 years is honestly like saying like I should be a lot better. some days we can't even read teleprompter, but
every day for me if
you
watch this program. And it's always I always do one guest at a time, and we break the show down in blocks is what it's called. So it's always like one block at a time.
Yeah.
We can do this. We got it.
We got this. But like, yes, definitely anniversary show stands out. I think anytime we get to go out of the studio into like our community and get to meet people, that is a lot of fun for us. And then I don't know, I still get nervous sometimes if like there's a lot of names and a lot of guests that I have to, so like I still get like the butterflies. But like for guests that come on the show, TV is scary and we want them to feel so comfortable. We want them to be their best. You walk
into a set with a bunch of lights and a fake living room. Like it's very unsettling when you think about it and you're like, come sit on the couch, come sit by me.
Yeah.
I'm a stranger that you don't know. And I'm going to ask you questions about you, and you have to sit here and answer them. Like it's a very like foreign kind of crazy thing to do.
Yeah, open up your life to us, right?
Yeah.
And cameras in front of you. But I think like our job, some of the most rewarding times are when somebody is pretty nervous and they're, you know, we're just talking through questions before camera rolls and we're going through like, you know, do you want to change things or just making sure they're good? And then they nail their segment and you're like, I've done my job.
We did it.
It's like the best feeling in the world.
My favorite part about this job, and it's why I got into this industry in the beginning, is I love that connection that you feel and being able to talk to the guest about whatever incredible thing that they're doing in their lives, but also the connection with the person that's on the other side of the screen. And it's like not something I take for granted at all. And it's like such a beautiful thing to be a part of people's lives that people invite you into their living room. Like what?
I know. It's like
they don't know where I've been.
You know, we have a great
wipe
job.
my feet on the way in. Sorry.
Excuse me. Yeah. I also love like our City Creek Center Fashion Week is also we do 2 weeks. Actually, and it's so fun because they dress us and we get to show off like the latest trends and stuff. So that one always sticks out to me because that's a lot of fun.
Oh, so fun. So now my next question is proudest moment on air.
Oh.
And my answer is this, I'm still waiting. Just give me, we got a couple more weeks of this year.
It's going to come for you. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be great. I'm going to nail it, guys. You just wait. 8 years and 2 weeks. I've got this.
Well, sometimes it's just like we prepare for the show because we read our scripts the night before. Our producer is awesome that she gets us our scripts like way in advance. So we're looking at them and then I also have to look at them right before. And then like the show starts and then it's just kind of like you
black out.
Go.
You black out is what happens.
Yes, and hope for the best, right? And I think one of the interviews, so I got to interview Gary Oldman.
I was going to say, that's like, I was living vicariously through you during that interview. Like, what a legend.
He is an absolute national treasure, international treasure.
Absolutely.
And when I saw that on the script like the day before, I think I vocally said out loud to our producer who sits in the same area as us, I'm like, is this real? And she's like, yes.
And
I almost passed out.
The butterflies on that.
Yeah.
Because I also strongly believe that if you don't get nervous before that little red light turns on, you shouldn't be doing it.
You're not alive, right?
You're not alive. Like you don't care about what's about to happen. Like, and it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. Talking to Gary Oldman, are you kidding me? It's like,
I'll never get used to that. The interview went well. And I remember, so sometimes we will pre-tape things that air on other days. And we have a little bit more room sometimes with timing with that. And I remember he was talking about the show, Slow Horses, that he does. And, you know, he was going and talking for a minute. And I'm like thinking in my mind, because sometimes we have strict guidelines of like, we got to end it a
there's
certain time.
There's only so much time in our show, right? So if it goes too long, and then that's part of our job is to manage that.
Yes.
And a lot of times, I'm sure you guys have seen it, like we sometimes have to cut people off. And it's like, you try and do it as kindly as you can. I believe it's Sir Gary Oldman. I think he's been knighted.
So. Yes.
I remember. I'm sorry, Gary Oldman, but we got to go to break. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Luckily, I didn't have to because we had a little like tiny bit of room on one of the shows. And so I didn't have to, but I kept thinking in my mind, am I going to have to cut Gary Oldman? Am I going to have to cut Gary Oldman? You know, and luckily I didn't. So, and there's so many wonderful segments that I feel like I've been able to be lucky enough to be a part of. But that one sticks out for me just because I am an actor.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I started. And so that was special.
Yeah. And also Ice Cube has a special place in his heart for Carrie.
I think he's been on the show like multiple times. Yes.
The interview was, he thought he was off, just so you guys know, so because it didn't air. And then he said something about Carrie being the finest woman he'd ever seen. And yes, I saved the tape. I have it isolated somewhere. It was so great.
That was a big compliment. I was like, my 90s girl heart is like just screaming right now.
And we all heard it. And this is the crew, everyone, because we all have earpieces in and we get to hear it. And he just said, that's the finest woman I've ever seen. It was so great. So there you go, Carrie. Whenever you feel, you're feeling low, just remember.
I got to think of that. I got to play that back.
Ice Cube's got it. But that was the next thing I want to talk about is like the things that happen behind the scenes. Because our hope for you guys is that we want you to be stress-free and just to have fun. That's the whole point of the show is to have fun. Let us worry for you.
Yes.
So Carrie, what are some of the things the chaos behind the scenes that make you come to mind at first?
Oh goodness. Okay. So we pre-tape our show. So we tape from anywhere from like 10 to 11:30 in the morning and then it airs at 1 p.m. And we have an idea obviously of like who's coming on and then we have an order and then sometimes that, like I feel like every day is so different. Sometimes that order just changes because a guest is running late or there's traffic or they end up with 3 people that are going to be on air instead of 1. And
somebody gets sick. So the person you were supposed to talk to that you prepped your interview for is no longer coming.
You got to switch it. And sometimes it's very last minute. So I think that our biggest job besides like helping people just feel comfortable on camera is just thinking on our toes. And we have to like switch things real fast. And sometimes we think they want to talk about a certain thing and then they want to switch it up and then we're texting our producer if she can switch things in the teleprompter and like luckily she's like very on top of it that she'll switch it immediately.
I have never seen somebody type faster on a keyboard. She's in the room right now.
She's a star.
I can always tell and I can just hear her.
It's done. So and fast. It's done. Yeah. And thankfully because like it makes us look good because then we're not reading something different than we're on the same page. So I think that and Brooke, you're so right. Like we want our audience, our guests, everyone to just be like, we want them to smile and feel calm. And so like behind the scenes, but sometimes it's just like, whoa, we got to switch. We got to do that and think on our toes.
And in tech issues, if something happens, because we do have earpieces and things like that. And some of the interviewees are not in the room. And so they'll be on a Zoom or something like that. And like, you'll have your earpiece go out and you're like just sitting there going, I guess they're talking. I'm just going to keep asking these questions. Smile. And I'm going to hope that you didn't just answer that.
Yeah.
We're just going to go with it.
We're just going to go with it. And that's what we do.
What we're so lucky to have is an incredible like cast crew. Like we truly like I can consider every person that touches our show like as a friend.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Master Control, everybody. Like there's so many people that go into making this like 30 minutes of television. It's wild.
It's true. Yeah. Because you have Mackenzie, our executive producer. She is daily. I mean, her job is huge. She's doing social media. She's writing the script. She's scheduling the guests. She's like rearranging our schedules. Like she's managing so much. And that's a huge job. We have our associate producer, Emily, who helps and she's running guests up and downstairs. Yeah. Arch.
We by far have the easiest jobs.
We just have to talk.
Without it, and we don't do it that well all the time.
No.
But you know what? We really do try our best.
We do. We absolutely. Okay, so this is a fun game. I want to play with everyone. So this is who's most likely to. So I'm going to say these phrases, and then we're going to say, like, out of the hosts, who's most likely to be these people.
Okay. I love these games.
Okay, this is fun. Who's most likely to say, I'm not crying, you're crying, during a heartfelt segment?
That's you for sure. That's absolutely, and she will be crying. Yeah,
that's
you for sure.
That'll be me. Who's most likely to break into dance on air without warning?
David and song.
Who's most likely to mispronounce a simple word and turn it into a catchphrase?
That's me.
Brooke.
For sure. Like my motto around here is if you can't say it, slur it.
And then it just works.
Maybe she said that wrong. Maybe she's having a stroke. We don't know. Keep it going.
Who's most likely to get distracted by their own reflection in the camera monitor? So we have a monitor below where we are supposed to look, and then I think that's all of us.
Everybody. Because there's so many times that you'll be doing something and you'll peer and you got to check and and you can't help but you got to look.
Yeah. Okay. Who's most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse purely through social skills?
David. I have never met a more affable guy in my entire life. I dare you to find somebody out there that doesn't like David Osmond.
Who's most likely to show up to work with glitter on them for no good reason?
Alora. And not for the reason you think. Like, there's just glitter and like little woodland creatures following her wherever she goes, helping her with her laundry. She is like a true Disney princess that just comes to life.
Who's most likely to forget their mic and say something hilarious? Brooke.
Yeah. It's
Brooke.
Whoops, people. Hot mics.
Who's most likely to fully commit to the theme when we have a dress-up episode? I feel like that's Alora.
I feel like Alora.
Alora will go big. Yeah.
Well, she did the Cindy Lou Who hair. That's commitment, people.
Who's most likely to lose their place on the teleprompter and just start freestyling?
All of us.
Yeah. Who's most likely to break something in the studio and immediately blame the lighting because they couldn't see? I don't think I've ever broken anything. I'm going to say that right here. I don't think I have.
I've definitely probably gotten some tanner on some furniture at some
that
point.
Might have happened.
But I magic erased it and it's fine.
Yeah.
This is years ago.
Yeah. You'll find, like, if you see pillows on our set couch, there's a lot of stuff hidden behind there. There's our scripts, our gum, our mints, our phones.
It's where I keep all my stuff.
It's all our secrets.
Okay,
well, that was fun.
We
all know each other very well.
We learned a lot about ourselves right there. Honestly, it was very truth telling. Now, you can't do a year wrap up without talking a little pop culture. The trends of the year, Kari. What do you want in 2025 to completely go away?
I think we leave barrel jeans in 2025.
She is very passionate about barrel jeans. This is not the first time that you said this to me.
I just think it's maybe a good idea to leave them there.
They don't work for me. I don't know.
I think very few people. I have to admit, some people I've seen can pull it off, like very, very few.
Do you think the word barrel should be like involved in fashion? I don't.
Or in jeans to make you feel like I definitely could not pull them off.
Especially this time of year. I'm feeling barely enough just by myself. The one for me, and I don't even know the name of it, it's the half bang situation that they like are cutting these baby bangs.
Oh, like straight
like what
across.
Miley Cyrus did it this year. So did Katy Perry. It's like how like some of the most stunning humans on the planet. If they can't pull it off, we don't have a prayer, people. Don't do it. Bangs have always been a mistake.
Yeah, if Katy Perry can't pull it off, like we're in trouble. I don't think those look good on anybody.
It's too
like
tough.
It doesn't work. I do love the skinny jeans are kind of coming back though.
Thank goodness, because I never got rid of them.
Same.
I kept them. I kept them for a rainy day.
I'm thankful for that. Plus on TV, so like with our wardrobe, it's tricky because we can't just wear anything.
No.
It's like big baggy styles, like don't really look that good.
Things that look great in the real world don't look good on TV, and vice versa. There's things that like you would only wear on TV, and if you like don't, then they would look strange.
Yeah, and sometimes do you ever like you'll wear a new top on the show, and you're like, this is gonna be banging, like, it's gonna be amazing, and you're like, I am never wearing you. I'm gonna burn this after.
The bag lady. So many times you're like, wait a minute, this didn't pan out. You never know until you know.
You got to take a test run with it. It's sometimes and certain patterns don't work, so it's always trying to figure it out.
You learn a lot.
You do.
Okay, so this is a fun question. If 2025 had been a movie, what would be the title? Everything, everywhere, all at once. That is what it felt like to me this year. I felt like everything was just constant. It was just like, keep it up, Mangum, keep going. High knees, keep running, keep running.
24/7. Probably it's complicated.
It's complicated. There we go. Panic room.
Yeah.
That would be another one
panic
for me.
Room.
It was it was a heavier year. Like it was a lot that happened. It was the year of the snake, and that's a lot of shedding, that's what happens.
Okay, we're shedding apparently.
You're shedding and you're getting ready for what's coming ahead of you. So there you go.
Right, getting rid of that.
It's the year of the horse. It's gotta be better, right?
Okay, good.
Prancing ahead of you. Keep running.
Okay, that's amazing. All right, so we have this question for everyone, and maybe we can voice how we feel about it. But what are we most excited for in the coming year? Like, what are we looking forward to, either for the show or personally? I think just getting, honestly, 2025 behind us and maybe just, like you mentioned, shedding that skin.
Yes.
And just looking forward to a new, fresh year.
Mine's to watch my kids grow up. They're really starting to get fun now. Like, I have a 6-year-old, and then my son he's going to turn 3 in a week. So he's really it just seems like there's just a lot of changes, and it's just every year is just more beautiful and different. And I'm just really excited to watch them experience the world, right? We've got Christmas right around the corner, and he's kind of getting it. Like he at least can say Santa, and it's just really fun to watch the magic through everything. And that's what I'm most excited about, is just to be able to, I guess, live vicariously through their joy.
Oh, it's so true.
It's so fun to watch them grow and just really to change.
Is.
And
I don't know about you, but my husband and I have a really hard time just we of course are so thankful that our daughter is healthy and growing, but we want her to just stay little forever. And we have a really hard time. We get emotional about it often.
I feel that so strong. Don't change.
I
stay.
know. But yet you're fighting with yourself. So I actually was talking about this in therapy. That's how much I needed to talk about it and work through it. And she gave me some great advice. She said, and this is for parents out there, she said, think of when your kids were 1, 2, and 3, all the magical moments you had no idea were coming up, in 4, 5, 6, 7, all those ages, you're coming up on with your son. Think of we never knew that before. And think of how much is coming ahead of them and in the years we are seeing before us in the 11, 12, 13, and just how amazing they can be that we're going to get to witness.
I love that.
And
you don't know how good it can get because you haven't experienced it yet.
Yes, that all the magic moments you're experiencing now, you didn't know years ago, and look how special it is now. So we still have that.
And there's no diapers.
So no diapers.
I'm really looking forward to that. I'm come on, man. Yeah. Let's get rid of the diapers.
You're saving a lot of money. Okay, what is one lesson that you've learned this year, would you say? Anyone listening to, maybe you think of that. Is there anything? I mean, I think there's a lot, but one lesson that you've learned this year in 2025. And I learned to say, and I'm not perfect at it. I learned to say no a lot more, just to be able to give time to my family and the people that deserve it, because time is fleeting, like we were just talking about. And I learned that, and I'm getting better at it, but I feel I really put it into action this year.
I guess mine would be to give yourself grace, right? That's something that I feel especially parents and moms in particular, we take on a lot, and we want to make sure that we are everything for everybody else. Yeah. And then when you come up short, or you think that you've come up short, we just rip ourselves apart, right? And I think everybody does that. And I think this year was more about just being you know what? You're not great at that. And that's okay. You tried your best.
You did your best.
And just to own that and be there's everyone has different talents, and everybody can show up for each other in different ways. And it's just the trying that really is in the release, and the beauty of that is as long as you're trying your best, it's really, we're going back to grade school. That's really where it is. And just to give yourself a little grace, find a little joy where you can.
We're so much harder on ourselves.
Absolutely.
I would never judge somebody else for not getting to every single thing they were invited to in November, or it's but for myself, I do that. So just be kinder. I think that's really important. Be kinder to yourself.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace. Okay, for our listeners, or do you have anything else that you want?
I've got one here for you, so you can see what's one thing that you're leaving behind in 2025. Oh, yeah, I know, right? What would you like to leave in 2025? Good one for all of it. It's self-doubt, right?
Yeah.
Kind of what we were talking about. I'd like to leave that voice in your head that tells you can't behind, and to just keep on going. And also, I could really use some more patience. my kids are over here going, make her more patient, please.
I did think of something though, leave behind is, I used to think if I'm not doing these big birthday parties and these big and it would stress me out. Our kids don't really need the big, huge party, the big vacations, the big, just remember the small moments of Amelia and I love baking cake together or cookies or just little like things where they're spending time with you. So I think I'm leaving behind the pressure and the ideal that I need to like go above and beyond to impress my daughter when it's not that, because then it stresses me out and then she's stressed. Like,
and then
it's
you're
the little things.
Completely overstimulated and things like that. That is such a great one, I think. And I know we're all guilty of that, because I'm like, if it's the production, I want them to know how much I care.
Yeah.
Where it really is just the little tiny things.
The little things. Go to the park. Like, you don't have to spend money. Just go to just the little things of the spending time. So I'm leaving that behind, of the expectations on myself.
That. Okay, here's my last one for you. What energy are you bringing in to 2026? That's the little end capper. I really like what you said about that. It's like just to bringing in the stillness of like smaller moments. Like it doesn't have to be the big dog and pony show.
No.
Like more isn't necessarily better. It's just more.
Yeah.
I think, and mine would be to be like more present. Like,
yes,
I my son the other day, I was like going around doing things and I'd left my phone somewhere, and he's not even 3. He's like almost 3. And he walks over and brings my phone and goes, "Here, mama," to me. And I'm like, he so associates me with this thing that he saw me not buy it, that he brought it. And it just kind of, right? Like takes you
That'll
back. And
do
you're
it to
like, okay,
you.
like these are the things of like the fact that he saw that pair with me of my phone. I'm like, okay, you know what I can do is I can be more present. I can be more in this moment, because what I'm doing on that phone is trying to build them a better life. But it's like, I'm robbing them of the life of right now, right? Trying to build something better. I'm not giving them my presence. And that's like, what's the point? What are we doing this all for, I guess?
Right. You look back and you're like, if it's not present, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Right? What is it that we're doing here?
What is it we're doing here? I often think about like, and I'll take this into the new year, is like taking a lot more love. And that's with myself. That's with my family. That's with strangers. Just witnessing how hard 2025 was on a lot of people. Just to know that like there's always a story behind the day that somebody's having that you don't know what they're going through, and just a lot more like understanding and love. And I think that I'm moving forward into that, because like just traffic, like we all get like, we all do it. We get so frustrated, but it's like someone cuts you off. You know what? Their son could have just passed away and they're not paying attention. And like, there's reasons behind. So I just want to take love into 2026 and for myself. I think that's like, really important that we're loving ourselves.
Absolutely.
Okay. One last one.
One last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit me.
If we could give our listeners, so you listening right now, one piece of advice, Brooke, for the new year. So like going into 2026, I have one that like I instantly thought of.
Okay, good.
Is, so a lot of people put up pressure to like have these resolutions, and like, so it's coming up in just a few weeks and you're like, oh wait, you have a resolution? I don't. What do I do? I actually heard on Mel Robbins one time, she said, New Year's might not be the best time for you to do a resolution.
There's
like,
so much pressure.
You're tired, you're spent from like physically, I mean, your money, your wallet, like everything. And you may not like that. This may not be the time. Like maybe look at a different time of year. Maybe it's September when like leaves are changing, and like, but don't pressure yourself right now.
I love that. That's actually really good advice.
To come up with like a resolution if you're not feeling it.
Well, and everybody, it's the joke that hits the news desk. It's like 47% of people have already given up on their New Year's resolution. It's like January 6th. Like, and I think that is a great one to say. It's like, you know what? Everybody looks at these New Year's as times of renewal and things like that, but let's stop putting so much pressure on ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, let's just enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
We survived the last one. That's
it's
like our good old set the bar low.
Yeah.
Let yourself just be in the moment, enjoy the holidays with the family, and let's not worry about the future for a little bit. Let's just enjoy this moment.
Enjoy that turkey leg, okay?
You still got a few weeks left of December. You're fine. Let's worry about that later.
Yeah, I think that's a good mindset going forward. Is like, if you're ready for your resolution, great. If not, you know what?
There's always next year.
There's always next year. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so grateful for you, Brooke. I'm grateful for our team, for our
Same.
David, Alora. Love you guys. And I do have gratitude going into the next year.
We're
though.
so lucky.
Yeah.
And thank you to all of you listening right now and that tune in the show. Like we would not be here if it wasn't for you. So please keep watching.
Please
keep watching
and listening. And thank you for listening to another episode of Fresh Off the Set. Please rate, review, and subscribe. And we will see you next week. Congrats, you made it to the end. If you want to continue to freshen up your day,
You can watch us on Fresh Living every weekday on CBS Channel 2 in Utah at 1 o'clock. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel, KUTV Fresh Living, and follow us on social media. We will see you next week.